Today we are going to see a subtopic called conversion of solids. How to convert from one solid to another solid. That is a topic that we are going to see today. In this topic, you may come across melted and recasted, digging a well, the earth taken out is formed an embankment, or a cylinder full of ice cream is converted into cones with a hemispherical top, or otherwise a cone is full of water. Some of the spherical marbles are immersed into it so that some water comes out or flows out or spilled out. These cases you might be seeing it. So in all these cases, so what is in common? Converting one solid to another solid. Because of the weight of the spherical marbles, water spills out, or a carpenter converts 1 kg of gold to an ornament. While converting all these things, the shape will be changed. The shape will be changed, but not the volume. For example, you take 1 liter water bottle or 1 liter Maaza. You are sharing it to your friends. You are sharing it to 10 glasses of equal volume. So each glass is same. Then if you pour into it, each will get 100 ml, because if you add all these, you will get 1 liter only. If you add all this, you will get 1 liter Maaza. That means whatever you have in full, if you share it to some people or into some glasses, the volume remains same. The volume will not be changed. So basing on this concept, whether when a gold is melted and recasted into an ornament, or a cone is melted and recasted into a sphere, or a cube is melted and recasted into a hemisphere, or when a cylinder is converted into cone with hemispherical top, in all these things, shape will be changed, area might be changed, but not the volume, because whatever we have in the beginning, if I have, see for example, you take this chalk piece, I will make into pieces, whatever the weight it has in the beginning, and all the pieces, if I keep it one side, it will have the same weight. That means the weight in the beginning, and after making into pieces, and if I add all the pieces, then also the weight will be same. That means even the shape is changed, the volume remains same. Now we are going to see some of the questions on this topic. So here is the first question. The diameter of the internal and external surfaces of hollow hemispherical shell are 6 cm and 10 cm respectively. It is melted and recast into a solid cylinder of diameter 14 cm. Find the height of the cylinder. Find the height of the cylinder. He has given a hemispherical shell which has internal and external diameter. When a hemispherical has internal and external diameter, it will be like this. See this, it has a internal diameter of 6 centimeters. When its internal diameter is 6 centimeters and its external diameter is 10 centimeters, it is converted into cylinder. That means I need to find out this when you melt and recast. That means hemisphere is converted into cylinder. That is what we have discussed. When a solid is converted into one solid to another solid, the volume remains same. That means the volume of the hemisphere and the volume of the cylinder both are equal. First write the dimensions. Hemisphere dimensions. So outer diameter is 10 centimeters. Therefore radius will be 10 by 2, 5 centimeters. Inner diameter is equals to, so small d which is given as 6 centimeters, obviously inner radius will be 6 by 2, 3 centimeters. Now cylinder dimensions also he has given. So what is the cylinder dimension he has given? He has given the diameter of the cylinder as 14 centimeter. Diameter of cylinder he has given is 14 centimeters. Let us consider this as D1. Then radius will be 14 by 2, 7 centimeters. He has given all the dimensions. The question here is, what is the height of the cylinder? What is the height of the cylinder? That we will do here. When a hemisphere is converted into cylinder, their volume remain same. When it is melted and recasted, the volume remains same. That means volume of hemispherical shell is equals to volume of cylinder. See here, the shell, this is the volume that we are going to find out. That means outer hemisphere minus inner hemisphere. What is the hemisphere volume? 2 by 3 pi r cube. So outer hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi capital R cube. Inner hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi small r cube. What is the volume of the cylinder? Pi r square h. Here r we considered as r1 pi r square h. So in these two I can take 2 by 3 pi common. Capital R cube minus small r cube is equals to pi into r1 square h. Both the sides pi is there in common, we can cancel pi common. Now substitute the values. 2 by 3 into capital R. What is capital R? 5. What is pi cube? 5 into 5 into 5, 125. Minus, what is small r? 3. What is r 3 cube? 27. Is equals to, what is r1? 7. So 7 square into h. Therefore 2 by 3 into 125 minus 27, 98 is equals to 7 square is 49. If you see this, 49 ones, 49 twos. 49 ones, 49 twos. Therefore h is equals to 4 by 3 centimeters. Therefore height of the cylinder is 4 by 3 centimeters. If you want to write in decimals, 1.33 centimeters. 1.33 centimeter. Let's see one more example. See the second one. A well of diameter 14 meters is dug 15 meters deep. That means a well is given, its diameter is 14 meters and 15 meters deep. He has given here, diameter of well is given. Diameter of well is 14 meters. Dug, that means they have removed some earth. What depth is 15 meters. Depth or height both are same. So depth of well is 15 meters. From here radius will be 14 by 2, 7 meters. So they made a well of diameter 14 meters and of height 15 meters. To make a well, they have removed some of the earth. That removed earth has been spread evenly to form a circular embankment. So they made a circular embankment of width 7 meters. Surrounding this, they made a circular embankment So if you see in villages and all, surrounding the well, there will be a cement step. That cement step is nothing but embankment here. Find the height of the embankment. This height they are asking. Let this height be some h. They have what they have given? They have given a well of diameter 14 meters and height 15 meters. Whatever the earth they have taken out from the well, they made as a circular embankment around the well, and the width of the embankment is 7 meters. Width here is 7 meters, width here also 7 meters. Now find the height of the embankment. If you observe, whatever the earth they have taken out, with that earth only they made embankment. That means volume of the earth taken out is nothing but volume of the embankment. They did not add any extra, they did not remove anything. Whatever they have taken earth, that using that earth only they made a circular embankment. So volume of earth taken out from well is nothing but volume of circular embankment. So with this, what did you observe? The embankment is nothing but a hollow cylinder, because well is there. Surrounding the well they are making an embankment. That means this embankment is nothing but hollow cylinder. So volume of earth taken out is volume of cylinder is equals to volume of circular embankment. This circular embankment is nothing but volume of hollow cylinder. So what is the volume of cylinder formula? Pi r square h. What is the volume of hollow cylinder formula? While discussing the hollow cylinder, we have discussed it. Pi into capital R square minus small r square into h. In this case, h we have considered as capital H. So pi and pi gets cancelled. R is nothing but radius of well, which is 7, and height of the well they have given as 15 is equals to capital R. That means inner radius plus thickness. Inner radius plus thickness. What is the inner radius? Diameter is 14, radius will be 7, plus thickness is how much, or width how much? 7. So outer radius is 14. If you want, you can write here. Outer radius is inner radius plus width. Inner radius is 7, width is also 7, which is 14 meters. 14 square minus inner radius is 7 square into h. So 7 square into 15 is equals to 14 square 196 minus 7 square 49 into h. 7 square is 49 into 15 is equals to 196 minus 49, 147. 147 into h. This 147 is multiplying here. If I transpose, it will divide. 49 ones, 49 threes, 3 ones, 3 fives. Therefore, height of the embankment is 5 meters. Height of the embankment is 5 meters. If you observe what we have done, whatever the earth they have taken out, that is nothing but embankment. Using that earth only they made an embankment. That means the volume remains same. As the volume remains same, we have equated the volumes. As the earth taken out is from well, well is in which shape? Cylindrical shape. That's why I have taken volume of cylinder. The embankment is in which shape? In between a hole is there, a cylinder is as well is there, surrounding the well there is an embankment. In between the embankment there is a hole. That means it is nothing but a hollow cylinder. That's why I have used hollow cylinder volume. In that inner radius is 7. To find the outer radius, inner radius plus width of the embankment I have used and substituted the given values, so that we found out the volume of height of the embankment. Let's see one more example. Let's see the third question. How many silver coins of diameter 1.75 centimeters and thickness 2 mm need to be melted to form a cuboid of dimensions 5.5 centimeters into 10 centimeters into 3.5 centimeters. Cuboid dimensions are given. Whenever they have given in this order, length, breadth, height. Length of the cuboid is given, breadth of the cuboid is given, height of the cuboid is also given, and coin diameter is given 1.75 centimeters with some thickness is also given 2 mm. So, coin is in which shape? Cylinder shape or not? Because it has a circular base, as well as its height is given 2 mm. The thickness is nothing but height. Like this, how many coins need to be melted so that we form a cuboid? How many coins are to be melted? That we don't know. So, let the number of coins melted to be x. Let the number of coins to be melted. Let there be some x coins. That means, if I melt x coins, it gives cuboid. That means, volume of x coins is nothing but volume of cuboid, because I am melting these many coins to form a cuboid. Whatever the volume these x coins will have, the same volume the cuboid will have. The shape only will be changed, not the volume. When melted and recasted, the volume remains same. That means, volume of x coins is nothing but volume of cuboid. Volume of x coins is nothing but volume of cuboid. So, first let us write the dimensions. Coin. So, what is the diameter of coin? Diameter is given as 1.75 centimeters. Then what will be radius? Radius will be 1.75 by 2 centimeters. Next, and height he has given as 2 mm. If you observe, the diameter units are centimeters, your height units are millimeters. Both should be in same units. So, I will convert millimeter into centimeter. When you convert millimeter into centimeter, divide with 10. 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10 centimeters. Next, length of the cuboid are given, L is given as 5.5 centimeters, breadth is given as 10 centimeters, height is given as 3.5 centimeters. Everything is given. Now, substituted. Volume of x coins means volume, cost of 5 chocolates. What do you mean by that? 5 into cost of 1 chocolate, because all the chocolates are same. At the same time, here all the coins are same. So, x into volume of 1 coin is nothing but volume of cuboid. So, x into coin is in which shape? Cylindrical shape. So, what is the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h is equals to, what is the length volume of cuboid? L into b into h. Now, substitute all the dimensions. So, here I suggest you one thing. Here they are involved in decimals, right? First, get rid of decimals. Get rid of decimals. How to get rid of decimals? Write in fractions. Pi 22 by 7. R. What is R here? 1.75 by 2. This 1.75 by 2, can we write this as 175 by 200? See this. 1.75 by 2 means I will multiply both numerator and denominator with 100. So that it gives you 175 by 200. R square is there, that means 2 times we need to write it. 200 into height of the coin is 2 by 10 centimeters. 2 by 10 centimeters is equals to, what is the length of the cuboid? 5.5, that means 55 by 10, isn't it? 55 by 10. Breadth is 10. Height is 3.5, that means 35 by 10. 35 by 10. Shall we cancel 10 and 10 here? Cancelled. Now the denominator 10 and 10 here? Cancelled. Now if you observe, these two can be divided. 25 sevens are 25 eights are. 25 sevens are 25 eights are. Shall I cancel the 7 and 7 here? Cancelled. 2 ones, 2 fours. So the leftover I will write here. What is leftover from in the left hand side? X is leftover into 22 into here 1 by 8 is leftover into here 7 by 4 is leftover is equals to 55 into 35. Now transpose these terms to other side. Otherwise one more 2 2's, 2 11's. X is equals to, these two are in division, so they will multiply on the other side. 55 into 35 into 8 into 2 divided by, here 11 and 7 are multiplying, on the other side they will divide. 11 into 7. 11 ones, 11 fives. 7 ones, 7 fives. So 2 into 5, 10. 10 into 5, 50. 50 into 8, 400. That means 400 coins are to be melted. Then only the coin will, if you melt 400 coins, it forms a cuboid of these dimensions. Let's see one more question here. A vessel in the form of an inverted cone. So cone is inverted, means upside down. A cone is inverted. Its height is 8 centimeters. Height of the cone is given as 8 centimeters. And the radius of its top is 5 centimeters. Radius is also given 5 centimeters. Its water is filled up to the rim. Up to the rim means up to the top. So water is filled up to the top. When lead shots, each of which is a sphere. So lead shots are in the shape of sphere whose radius is 0.5 centimeters are dropped into the vessel. So into the vessel, some of the lead shots are dropped. Some of the lead shots are dropped. How many dropped? That they did not give. That we are going to find. Find the number of lead shots dropped into the vessel. So first, according to the question, we have drawn the figure. Let's write the dimensions first. So radius of cone is given as r, which is 5 centimeters. Height of cone is given as, which is nothing but 8 centimeters. Radius of sphere is also given. Radius of sphere, which is nothing but lead shots, is given as 0.5 centimeters. This 0.5 I will write in terms of fractions, which is half centimeter. Now, how many lead shots are placed? That we don't know. That we are going to find out. Let the number of lead shots placed in the cone be x. Let the number of lead shots placed in the cone be x. So, if you see the question, a vessel is in the form of an inverted cone, its height is 8 centimeters and the radius of its top is 5 centimeters. Its water is filled up to the rim when lead shots, each of which is a sphere of radius 0.5 centimeters, are dropped into the vessel, 1/4 of the water flows out. Whatever the cone contains, I mean it has some water, in that 1/4 of water comes out because of what? Because of these lead shots. So volume of water flows out is nothing but volume of X lead shots. Because at your home, if you have a bucket full of water, if you keep your hand, if you keep on increasing the pressure so as the water comes out, the same way the amount of pressure you are putting in, the amount of water comes out, both are same. The number of lead shots placed in it and the volume of water comes out, both will be equal. Because of this volume of lead shots, the water comes out. If you have less lead shots in it, you will get less water comes out or less water spills out. So volume of X lead shots is nothing but volume of water flows out. How much flows out? 1/4 of volume of cone. What is the volume of cone formula? 1/3 pi r square h. Volume of X lead shot means X into volume of one lead shot. So lead shot is in which shape? Spherical shape. So what is the sphere volume? 4/3 pi r cube. 4/3 pi r cube. See, in both cases, shall I cancel 3 in the denominator? We can. Shall I cancel pi here, here and here? Cancelled. So 1/4 into, what is the radius of the cone? 5 square. What is the height of the cone? 8 is equals to x into 4 into, what is the radius of sphere? 1/2. Substituted. So 1/4 into 5 square, 25 into 8 is equals to x into 4 into 1 cube, 1, 2 cube, 8. See, 4 ones, 4 twos, 4 ones, 4 twos. 25 twos are 50. 50 is equals to x into 1, x by 2. If I transpose to this side, x is equals to 100. Therefore, 100 lead shots are placed in the conical vessel. 100 lead shots are placed in the conical vessel. Hope you understand this session. So with this, we have completed all the mensuration subtopics. We have seen the surface area and volume of the each solid, and then we have seen the combined solids, and we have seen where to use CSA and where to use TSA and where to use volume, and then we have seen conversion of solids.